A long time ago, in the time before time, women were revered as the sacred gateway to all of life. And not only to all of life, but to the portal to death. Standing at the threshold, guardians of the gateway, women understood in their very bones, in their breath and their blood, the sacred nature of life. Sheila Nagig. She is called the sacred portal of the divine feminine. She is the ancient one, the one that invites you in to see before time, to understand that you were born from her and to her you will return. Patriarchy has tried to wipe out the memory of Sheila Nagig, but she lives on in the stone and the bones of the ancient sites of this land. She lives on in the stone and the bones of the women who remember, who reclaim and walk the land and sing her songs and mention her name. Sheila Nagig, Sheila Nagig, Sheila Nagig. We serve you. We are your portal of life and death. We are your breath and your bone, and we hold you in our heart and our wombs. A memory of a time before time when the feminine, the goddess, was the sacred portal to all of life and all of death.
Please, everybody, place your hands into your heart and let's wait for Aditi to ground and center us. Blessed be.
Welcome, everybody. Please take a deep breath. Focus your attention in your heart and feel the surface underneath you. Be present in this moment, wherever you are. And from your heart, you have this thread growing down. You follow it down through your solar plexus, down through your womb space, your hara, down through your root chakra, and your thread, your energetic thread, is growing down through your legs, through your feet, through the floor and the foundation of the building, down into the ground, into the soil, with all the roots and everything that lives there, with the stones and the bones and the memories. Down, down, down into the rock, down into hidden chambers within Mother Earth. Down, down to the hot, molten rock at the core. And connect your heart to the heart of the earth. And feel that you are rooted, connected. You can breathe this energy in. And as you breathe in, you can follow the thread up through the magma, up through the rock, through the core, up through layers, and up into the soil, with all its roots and everything living, and the bones and stones and the memories. Up through the foundation of the building, up through the floor, up into your feet, your legs. Breathe up the presence of the earth, up into your base chakra, into your womb space, your hara, solar plexus, and filling from your heart up. We're up in the universe. We're up with our star mother, our birth star. And we breathe in this energy, this presence of the star mother. And we can breathe the energy and following it down with our breath through the universe, past the galaxies, past our solar system. And we come down to this blue, beautiful planet through the atmosphere, through the air, through the roof, down through the top of our heads, receiving star energy through our third eye, our throat chakra, and into our heart. And in our heart, star energy, earth energy, dancing around, filling our body, filling our entire body, our physical body, our energetic body, and we are connected, in this circle here. Blessed be.
And now, with your mind's eye, turn with me to the southeast, where we welcome Nolava the Lover, Sheila Nagig, Rhiannon, Ellen of the Ways. On the sacred night of Beltane, we welcome you with gratitude as you ignite our pathway ahead. Nella sacra notte di Beltane ti diamo il benvenuto, Nolava l'amante, Sheila Nagig, Rhiannon, Ellen of the Ways, e ti doniamo tutta la nostra gratitudine mentre infiammi il nostro sentiero di trasformazione e di amore. Benedici il nostro essere più profondo con la tua passione, il tuo amore, la tua forza che guida tutte le nostre azioni. Guarisci le nostre ferite del corpo e dello spirito. Incendia i nostri progetti e le nostre idee, così che tutti i nostri sogni, desideri e aspirazioni possano diventare realtà. Benedici le nostre unioni, che possano essere sacre e appassionate e colme di amore. Nolava the Lover, Sheila Nagig, we breathe you in. Hail and welcome, Nolava the Lover and Sheila Nagig. Blessed be.
in your mind's eye.
And in your mind's eye, turn towards the east. We welcome you, Goddess of Fire. We welcome you, Arthur, great she-bear in the sky. We welcome you, Granny, Suna, Goddess of the Sun. Vi välkomnar dig, eldens gudinna. Kom, kom. Kom med ditt mod. Kom och ge oss modet att stå i alla de gåvor vi har fått. Kom, kom, sol, sunna, lys. Du som visar med ditt ljus på den stora gudinnans medvetande bortom det materiella. Kom och visa oss hur vi kan använda våra energier. Kom. Kom och fyll oss med ditt ljus. Som låter oss se även våra skuggor. Great Goddess of Fire, we breathe you in. Hail and welcome, Arthur. Hail and welcome, Granny. Blessed be.
And now turn with me in your heart's and mind's eye to the center, to the great Lady of Avalon, Lady Nolava, Lady the Lover. You see me with your eyes wide open. You see me with the apple trees, the apple blossom. You smell my heady scent of hawthorn blossom. I, the Lady of Avalon, who you see in the woodlands, the deer with her strong antlers. You feel her wisdom. With the hawthorn blossom, it can heal your heart of aches. Oh, great Lady of Avalon. Feel me see me as the animals that creep and crawl, the fox. Oh, I see, and I send you my love, and I send you my strength and my wisdom. And Morgan Le Fay, oh Morgan Le Fay of great transformation, take her with you to transform and feel the love of the season. Oh, great Lady of Avalon, we breathe you in. Hail and welcome, Lady of Avalon. And we send her beautiful energy out into the world.
And we welcome Sheila McGigg, divine feminine, she of many names, often hidden in plain sight, on buildings and inscribed in walls. She sits up high in the sky and in nature. She's the green woman. Sheila McGigg is the gateway to all life. Grounded stone woman, squatting lady, yoni woman, who brings fun and joy and creativity. And she's old, she's ancient, and can physically be seen and touched. Therefore, she is of this world. And she is magical, symbolic of the gateway of openings, of life, of death, and of rebirth. She is the gateway to new beginnings. Sheila McGigg, made of clay and stone, she is Mother Earth. She's solid. And she holds us when we need grounding. Look for me. Look for her. Explore her. Seek her out. Sheila Nagig. She's the gateway to all of life. We breathe her energy in. Hail and welcome, Sheila Nagig. Blessed be.
And now I'm going to share something with you about Sheila Nagig in my land in Portugal. So I published my second book about the double goddess at the center of the wheel of the year of my land. And my book is focused on something that we can easily observe today, that we still hear dividing the year into major seasons, summer and winter, with May and October being the Inge month, very much like in same Celtic myth of Kalish and Bride being the same goddess, the two faces of the same goddess. Actually, the goddess that gave name to my country, Kale, Kalaika, Kailicia, Beira, is the same, is Kalish, is the Kaliak. So there's this poem about Kaliak, who says this thing exactly, that she's a double goddess. Kaliak, she with the all-knowing eye of two faces, one of royal blue and youth, beautiful and desirable, giving birth to a nation, our mother who nurtures us, cradling us to our bosom. She with all-knowing eye of two faces, one of deepest black and knowledge, withered, aged, older than time, standing guard, standing guard over a people, guiding them back to our ancient womb. She with the all-knowing eye of two faces, mother and crone, with us at the beginning and at the end. She with the all-knowing eye of two faces sees all injustice. A quick and swift warrior is she. Do not fear the unleashing of her power. She with the all-knowing eye of two faces teaches through destruction to renew the life process. She with the all-knowing eye of two faces, Kaliak. So when I was working on the chapter in my book about the crown face of the central goddess, in a moment of special inspiration, I wrote a text about her archetypal energy in the female psyche in my land, and I published it in a Facebook group, and some women reacted in a quite strong way. Some wrote back about the women that they have known in which the energy of Kale was still very present in the same way that I was sensing it. It was very, very interesting to see how the memory of this crown goddess is still so much alive in our culture. And through these narratives, references of her genitalia somehow popped up in those stories. Some eschatological references, of course, typical of times and societies less ascetic than ours, but also societies where women were much more powerful. And also I could notice that when I was writing about her, it was like she was making herself present and noticed to me, like a woman in all her full power, and showing me that the vulva was at the center of this power, no matter what. And I began then to suspect that there might be some relationship between the Kali act and Sheila Nagig. And then I found this Irish researcher, her name is Kathy Anu, and she had the same idea, the same feeling that this connection exists. And for me, it was a kind of an epiphany. For Katie Anu, this other poem describing the Kalish is the key to establish this connection. I am Kalish, the meager blue hag. My face is blue, my teeth are red, and I have only one eye. I am the winter queen. My name means dark of sun. I am a ruler of the little sun of winter. And according to Katie Anu, there are descriptions in some ancient texts of the Kalish appearance, which say she had a blue-black face, red teeth, and one eye in the middle of her face, with mated hair. This is an unusual description, but when I hear this, I always think of the Yoni. This is words from Katie Anu. It is a description of the dark hair of the outer part of the Yoni as her face, red teeth being the lips, and one eye in the middle of the face, perhaps the clitoris, or the entrance to the womb, and mated hair, the surrounding mound. There are many records of her being associated with the vulva and womb and having links with the images of the Sheila that reside around the country, which is Ireland in the case. Here, the similarities between Kalish and Sheila Nagig are strong. She rules over life and death. She stands upon the threshold of both, appearing to have the power to send you either way into the abyss. I know that the crone goddess is very strong here, where she is known in my country, in Portugal, as simply a velha, the old one, the crone. Another interesting thing is that when I was little, there was a strange word for the feminine genitalia that was bow bow. Adults would say to us, don't show up your bow bow. Only much later, when no one remembers this word anymore, that I started to learn about the goddess of the world, I discovered Baobo, the Greek goddess of the vulva, the equivalent of the Sheila Nagig, the Celtic Sheila Nagig. And so I knew that this was, or have been in the past, a very well-known divinity among us. So this is the landscape where this name, Cova da Velha, points to this hole with water inside as our vulva, or the waters of the sacred womb. And this place is in this kind of landscape, not far from Fatima, where the lady appears, or Cova da Iria. And here is the Greek Baobo, the equivalent of the Sheila Nagig. This is Sheila Nagig that exists in a church in the north of Portugal. But what I'm going to show you now is something a bit different concerning Sheila Nagig. In this landscape of limestone and caves, the same landscape where the lady appeared not only in Fatima, Cova da Iria, but here also, There is a very sacred place. This is the place. The place is called Pia da Ovelha. And in this place, there are marks of Christianity, like an altar, and there is this writings of a man, someone that have a miracle performed on him by the lady. And a Christian mass has been performed also here. So we know this is a very sacred place. In this area, the lady appeared, there is another miracle of the lady appearing to a starving shepherdess, giving her bread. So this place is connected with the mother and with the crown very strongly. This is the view from this place. And in this same cave, there is a cave in a mount, in a night place. There is this tank that is always filled with water in summer or in winter. The water is dropping from the ceiling, so there is always fresh water. And in the way to this place, there is these formations, these vulva formations, telling us about or contributing to the sacredness of this place. And inside there is this formation. So this is completely until I prepared this work to present to you today, I was always saying this is a natural formation, but actually I'm not so sure this is natural. This is a stalactite, but maybe the legs in both sides has been put there. And the hole in the bottom is certainly has been opened, has been created by human hands. This hole, the vulva of the Shilanagic, she's there. This is her temple in this landscape where she is very sacred. Her worshipping, I'm sure, was very intense. And in the same place, the mother, the vulva of the life. So this is the vulva of death that receive us in death. And the other legends and myths around this place speaks us about the vulva of life, the way of life, and the mother and lover, of course. So this is my presentation. I'm not going to give you many details about this place. If you want to know the name and to go there, just let me know, because this is such a Catholic fundamentalistic parish that I'm afraid that someone come here and do something to this place, vandalize the place. I discovered this Shiranagi going there for another reason, because I knew that the place is very sacred. And then more and more I'm connected with this goddess, and this is it. Blessed be Shiranagi and the goddess.
Blessed be. Ah, thank you. What a beautiful presentation. So dropping into our hearts, into our bodies, take a moment and breathe. Dropping down into the gateway of heart. And from the gateway of the heart, allow yourself to drop deeper, deeper into the womb of the Great Mother, into the vagina, down, 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 into that cave of transformation. Allow your breath to drop and imagine that you are entering this sacred cave. Maybe you have to crawl upon your hands through a gateway, squeezing through some tight rocks, down, deeper, deeper into the earth. Down, down, down. And there, in the darkness, what do you find? What is lurking in those deep, dark places within you? What is coming forward as being ready to be transformed? Dropping down, down, down. Follow that thread into the pain of your sexuality. Where is it? Where does it lie? What does it look like? Is it from a young child, a girl or a boy that was freely feeling and sensing into your sexuality and your parents said, stop, don't do that. It's bad, it's naughty. Or is it a past life? Down, 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 following that thread. That thread. Feel it, feel it. Maybe it's a this life wounding. Maybe someone didn't honor you, took you against your will. Maybe it was painful. Maybe it hurt. Maybe there was shame. Hold yourself in these deep, dark places. And let out the pain. How does it sound? What does it need to say? Feel the goddess holding you. Feel her hand supporting you. And allow yourself to breathe in her love. Breathe it deep, deep, deep into your body. Breathing in that light, breathing in that love. Feel the light and the love of Goddess helping you to transform. Breathe it into your womb, into your hara, into your sexuality. Yatashianama ikiatanata koamanisha tianaya iakaya kanoma ashwaniana. Breathe it up. Breathe it up from the earth. Up, up, up into your bodies. Up, up, up. Feel it coming up, up, up through the womb, through the sexuality. Allowing your body to move and rock. Breathing it up, up, up into the heart. Feeling your heart opening, 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 as you're opening to her love. Breathing it up, breathing it up, breathing it up. Feeling the love, allowing your heart to open, 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 wider, wider, wider. Feeling that light, feeling that joy, and you start to crawl out of the tunnel, crawling out, out, out towards the light, crawling out, out, out for that tiny little slit, poking your head, moving out, out, out into the light. As you step into the light, you feel the freedom, you feel the love, you feel as if you have been reborn. Yeah. Celebrating and dancing in the light, feeling the caress of the goddess in her light upon your body, feeling the joy of your own sexuality as you step forward into the beauty of who you are, celebrating your light, your love, your body. Yeah. And continue opening and blossoming like a flower. Blessed be.
Deep into the earth I go. Deep into the earth I know. Deep into the earth I go. Deep into the earth I know.
hold my hand, sister, hold my hand. Hold my hand, brother, hold my hand. Deep into the earth I go, deep into the earth I know. Deep into the earth I go, deep into the earth I know. Hold my hand, sister, hold my hand. Hold my hand, brother, hold my hand. Deep into the earth I go, deep into the earth I know. Deep into the earth I go, deep into the earth I know. Hold my hand, sisters, hold my hand. Hold my hand, brothers, hold my hand.
We have a story next. This story is simply called Beltane. Guinevere Morgan sat up in bed and wriggled her clean toes beneath a fresh cotton sheet that in turn was covered with a patchwork blanket her mother had made for her as she grew in the womb. The cluster of 10 digits then found their way to the floor, where they explored the warmth of the sheepskin rug her father had offered her on the day she was born. That was all she knew of her father. Known simply as Jenny, she rose to the dawn of a beckoning choir. She sang in her own sing-song fashion, delighting in greeting each new day, which so enchanted the small birds she accompanied. And this is why she was called Little Jenny Wren by her mother. She hopped and skipped, lifting this and that to repair her nest, pulling a twig from here, replace a trinket there. She knew her mother had not come back last night, and so she went straight to the kitchen to prepare their breakfast. Vivienne Morgan was the local midwife and spent many a night away from her young daughter, who had learned independence young and now loved to look after her mother. In earlier years, Jenny had accompanied her, which meant Jenny had already seen many babies born. Many emerge from that dark tomb of transformation and rebirth. What captured Jenny's heart more than anything else was witnessing each moment of falling in love. She loved watching the faces of those around a newborn. Jenny watched faces and listened to hearts. It was what drove her own. She had asked her mother once why she had named her Guinevere. Vivienne explained that Guinevere meant fairy woman, and that as she had been conceived in the woods, she felt this was the right soul to carry this name again. She had explained it was an ancient name used in a love story told wrong, misunderstood, needing to be set right by time and women. She felt it would be less about women's sins and fickleness than their bravery and commitment. Vivienne saw this bravery every time she watched a woman grow with child, whenever she helped a woman labor and stretch at the portal of life and death. The names needed rebirthing from the woods and calling in from the trees. And so Jenny grew into her feathers and had blossomed this year, reaching puberty. She was troubled about everything to do with it and felt all the gravity of her position today. In the women's circle, there was much hinting and teasing, and yet Jenny, who had been there at the birth of most of their children, was perfectly aware of what went on at Beltane. She just couldn't imagine herself doing that. While others described the term hot, she was left utterly cold. Jenny was captivated with the theory of love without any reference to what romantic love could look like, what husbanding was all about. The examples she managed to peek at in the home settings seemed to have more to do with chores and business than love. She just wasn't ready to offer her petals, to open herself for coupling. How could she be a lover if she didn't see love? She looked at the frippery her mother had bought from the peddler to make her first mask. She avoided looking in the mirror her mother had gifted her this year. Such things were not for her. As evening claimed the sun, Jenny and her mother walked together towards the fire. Earlier that day, Jenny had danced around the maypole, but now it had been removed and a fire had been made in its place. Jenny, like all the other maidens there, wore a white dress. All the women who wanted to take part wore masks. The ceremony was led by a tall, broad man with fair hair wearing the green man mask. This stranger paraded himself about, owning the circle like a male stag. He wore a wooden phallus attached by a belt to his groin and laughed out loud as he strode around the fire, and entertaining all with his lusty invitations. He presented himself to the young maidens, picking out the May Queen from their midst, leading her around the circle to display the men for her choosing. Jenny felt she made a relatively poor choice, but nevertheless, off they went, with her dragging him, as was the custom. All the village cheered them on. After that, the rest of the maidens did their choosing until finally the disappearances were more random and interspersed. Jenny had refused to make a mask and so was left alone with her mother, who had moved to sit next to her. However, she noticed the green man repeatedly trying to catch her mother's eye, and it wasn't long before her mother took her home to bed. In no time at all, she had put the day behind her. She dreamt she was in a glade with a large body of water right in front of her. It was like nothing she had ever known, nowhere she had been or seen. It was dark except for moonlight and the sparkling of an infinity of stars. No air moved, no water rippled. Then she heard a screech and a whoosh, Her ear was caressed by the invisible wing of a white owl which glided past her, its feathers stretching out to touch her. She breathed in and smelt the earth, the woods, and all its variety of greenage, alive yet serene in its own dream time. She turned to see an old woman wearing a deer crown, naked apart from her sagging skin and deer furs. She looked straight at her. Words entered her head, and she had no doubt that the voice came from the woman, though she didn't speak out loud. Welcome, she spoke. Thank you. Who are you? She asked. I am Sheila. This is my wood, replied the old woman, cloaked in her own folds. Jenny asked of her, why am I here? Because it is time for you to begin, said the woman. Jenny stayed silent as she wondered what that meant. Sheila said no more, waiting for Jenny's next question. She didn't ask, but instead stated, I am Jenny. You are Guinevere, named for she who went before. Guinevere's lesson is one that all maidens should learn before they become lover. She didn't learn this until too late. She didn't understand herself, what she needed. I have come to offer this to you. Well, what do I need to do? She asked. The dear woman looked silently with keen green eyes before replying, come find out. Close your eyes. Now, take 3 steps forward. Keep your eyes closed. Jenny did so. See yourself in space with stars below and stars above, in space and no place. Open your eyes and see this is so. Jenny opened her eyes and found herself surrounded. Stars and moonlight were above, around, below, beyond. She felt if she took a single step, she would fall farther than she had ever known and be lost forever. Do you dare take a step? The crone asked her. Jenny felt dizzy and with all the lack of gravity, but she took a step and found her bare feet touching the water. She suddenly made sense that she had been brought to the water's edge and the reflection had created this illusion. She understood that she was a single star who had just to sparkle in the quiet company of eternity. Now close your eyes again, commanded Sheila. What you do next will lose you to the person that arrived here, but you will be rewarded with gifts to take you through life. Will you choose this? Jenny stood very still, feeling her feet cool. Her bare arms shivered in the night air. She nodded. The woman stepped closer. Take both your hands and caress your hair. Now, take care. You are not touching your head the same way you would comb your hair or scratch it. Touch it as if you would be touching a stranger for the first time, with a touch so light you only disturb the finest hairs. Feel your way with the tiniest of sparks alighting your skin as you move your hands. Grow your sparkling. Repeat this with your face. Slowly, so slowly. Feel the contours of your face, your brows, your cheeks. Tell yourself, hello, pleased to meet you, body. Remember how Olwyn caressed behind your ear when she passed you by in flight? Find that tickly place. Now, move down your neck, your chest. She chuckled as she encouraged. More seriously, she continued, this is your initiation to yourself, to lover. Go as slowly as you can, as lightly as you are able. Greet yourself, meet yourself. Discover you are simply a single beacon of light in an unfathomable eon of universe, and yet you are everything. Your love must fill you, for with your own love, you need not look for love. The contours of earth are here in your crevices and caverns, mountains and foothills. Your waters are moist in your rivers and fountains. Your air is within as well as around. Your fire smoulders, and at the same time you must set fire to your need. Find this. Find your depth and deep space within. Sheila carried on directing Jenny as she slowly explored her body from top to bottom, from outside to inside, from back to front. How can anyone know you if you don't know yourself first? How can anyone please you if you don't first know pleasure, how to recognize it, how to create it, how to give it? Pleasure starts with what you sense, recognizing the stirring of the eyes, and see love where it truly is. Watch yourself in this midnight mirror and know there is nothing but nature in this practice. Jenny was overwhelmed by the peaks and troughs of herself, what she had discovered and where she had explored. She felt both a cold trembling and a huge warmth enfold her and knew she was exhausted. Now curl up in my furs and I will help you sleep, offered dear woman, womb woman. The next morning, Guinevere woke in her own bed with 10 digits under sheet and blanket. On getting up and looking at her feet on the sheepskin, she discovered they were very grubby, almost as if she had been for a sleepwalk in the woods. The dream came back in its entirety and she smiled. It was true, she felt entirely different to herself. She stroked her arms, tummy and breasts, offering immeasurable thanks to her body for the life she had, for the blossoming she felt now. Hello, you, she smiled to herself in the mirror, and her green eyes looked back. She watched her face and listened to her heart and felt herself fall in love. Love met lover. Blessed be.
Love met lover, she said. Have you met yourself? Have you met me through you? I am the lover goddess. I'm always with you. I'm within your body. I'm surrounding you. I'm everywhere you go when you go with love. Life is love. Love is life. Be prepared. Be fully there in your life with your love. Give, give, and receive. Share love wherever you walk, wherever and whenever you feel. Let love be your essence. Feel the love in every breath you take. Hear the sound of love in the crown of the trees, in the sparkles of the fire, in the pouring rain, and see love in all the beautiful flowers that are blossoming now for you and for everyone that can receive the love that we all were born with. Remember that spark, that love. Remember the drop that was in your body, the drop of love that is always there, and you can let it expand and fill you fully. Bask in that love of yours. Share that love of yours. And remember, I am always with you in the love. When you are using your physical body to share love, when you just singing out of love, when you're laughing and dancing, love, 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 my beautiful beings, my beautiful children. Love is life. You are love. Never forget that. Always be with me. Always. Always. I'm there in your dreams. I'm whispering in your ear. Let me in. Open up your heart. Open up your heart and let me flow through you out to the rest of the world. Share me with everyone you meet. And never, ever, never, never, ever forget to love yourself. I am the source of love, and I am within you. Always be with me and honor yourself and honor that you are here in life, capable of receiving and giving love. Nourish yourself. Feel the passion. Oh yes. And feel the sensuality. Smell the flowers when you are passing the blossoming trees. I'm there in the scent, as I am in everything. Just don't close your eyes for me. Just don't close your heart for me. Hold it open and be with me. Swim in my pool of endless love for you. Blessed be
feeling our bodies, feeling the love, the sensuality, feeling this Beltane. Now we're in the threshold. Everything is opening. We are in the door, calling love to come. Going to dance with the green man, feeling our body, our sex, our love. Feel your yearning, the door of all life. Feel your lingam. Just breathe in and squeeze out. Listen to the music. You can face the music, face your body. Life comes through with the moon blood, her moon blood of pleasure. Yeah. Pleasure and love. Please feel you. Feel and think. Visualize your body. You are all with us in front of the big fire. Beltane's fire is here. Good. Listen to the guitar. Listen to the music. We are here joining our hands together. Are the girls dancing with the ribbons and the maple? Oh, yes. We're calling our love. Oh, married, our love. And as I know, you all may have near you a flower. Smell the flower. Feel it, the flower. Feel the touch. Get in mind to your own sexuality, to your own sex, your own journey, your clitoris, your lingam, your pleasure call, the pleasure come. Yes, ride the white mare. Yes, or the black stallion, that's up to you. And now, let's feel it. Feel and heal our body with a rose. Thinking and blessing and having. Feel your moon blood. The moon blood. Where all life begins. It's passion. It's flower. It's blossom. It's birthing. And now we are breathing. We're coming out from the darkness. Out from a high journey. And feel her in this next sacred dance with the flower. Please follow the dance with the flower. Follow it and let your own body move and think and embody. Don't be ashamed with touching yourself. Don't be afraid of expressing your own life, your own body. Merry Beltane to all. Feel the music of the rose of the sacred dance. Blessed be.
As we celebrate Beltane, Sol and Luna come together in a moment of rebirth for a new moon eclipse in the sign of Taurus, the celestial cow mother. Taurus is the embodiment of Venus. She speaks to us of fertility, of abundance and pleasure. She speaks to us of beauty. She brings spirit into matter. Taurus reminds us of our own self-worth and of our own value. And she also reminds us of what is valuable to us. The great astrological age of Taurus was the time of the horned goddesses, of the great Inanna and Hathor, when Goddess was still being revered for the gifts of nourishment that she continually offers to us. Eclipses themselves often bring sudden changes, endings and beginnings that realign us with our pathway of fate and destiny. This eclipse sits in conjunction with Urania, the star goddess. Urania calls us to break free of old limitations, to let go of what is safe yet stagnant. Taurus values security. Urania seeks freedom, creating an energy that rumbles through our lives, a little bit like an earthquake. There can be disruptions and changes, particularly in the Taurian areas of resources and finances. Yet, these changes seek to free us, to call us into the next phase of our evolution, collectively and personally. Lady Venus, the ruler of this eclipse, is currently sitting in her space of exaltation in the sign of Pisces. She sits close together with Jupiter, the queen, the great benefic of the cosmos. This energy offers us the opportunity to offer compassion, to offer forgiveness to ourselves and to others as the eclipse stirs up deep memories and emotions. Pisces washes us clean. Pisces calls us to surrender into the love of Goddess. Shortly after the eclipse, Venus will move into Aries, closely followed by Jupiter, marking a shift from water to fire after many, many months of swimming in the cosmic ocean. This eclipse portal will culminate on the 16th of May with a full moon eclipse in the sign of the Scorpioness. The Taurus-Scorpio axis is one of death and rebirth, creation and destruction. It is the equivalent of the Beltane-Samhain polarity on our wheel of the year. It is the dance of the lover and the dark mother. It is the yonic gateway of Sheila, reminding us that no rebirth can come without pain. If we wish to grow and expand, we must sacrifice our attachments to what is, be willing to sit with and transmute our pain. We must be willing to shed the old outgrown skins and open to new possibilities and potentials. We must accept the shadow before we can embrace the light. Eclipses work in cycles of 9 years. The last time they fell on this Taurus-Scorpio axis was 2013 to 2014. And before that, in 2003. We may see repeating themes playing out in our lives, particularly in the Beltane and Samhain seasons of the year. The fixed signs of Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo will feel the impact of these eclipses most deeply. Eclipses are nothing to fear. They happen every 6 months, but they do invite us to look at the truth of our desires. And they remind us to walk with integrity on the path that Goddess weaves for us. Let us use this powerful astrological portal to alchemize anything that is not love, anything that does not support the growth of beauty and prosperity in our lives, so that we can nurture ourselves and our earth back into wholeness, so that we can be reminded and remind others of the continual abundance that she provides. Blessed be.
Thank you. Time for a little bit of singing at the end here. Everybody feeling like singing? I wish we could all sing together, you know. I love to sing together with everybody, but hey, I'm sure you know this first song here just to warm up. Goddess of love, sing to me, open my heart and set me free. Take my body and make me whole. Goddess of love, fill my soul. Goddess of love, sing to me, open my heart and set me free. Take my body and make me whole. Goddess of love, fill my soul. Goddess of love, sing to me, open my heart and set me free. Take my body and make me whole. Goddess of love, fill my soul. Gotta have a little tinkle for Rhiannon. She's riding on her mare. She's riding through the country. She's riding over the hills. She's calling to you. Rhiannon, Rhiannon, let me ride your horses. Rhiannon, Rhiannon, horses in the sky. Smile on me, my lady, smile on me today. Riding right beside me, let's play. Rhiannon, Rhiannon, surfing on the high tide. Rhiannon, Rhiannon, free my wild child. Rhiannon, riding on your beautiful mare. Rhiannon, riding with me everywhere. Rhiannon, Rhiannon, take me to your places. Rhiannon, Rhiannon, places inside me. Smile on me, my lady, smile on me today. Riding right beside me, let's play. Rhiannon, Rhiannon, show me all your faces. Rhiannon, Rhiannon, journeying with me. Rhiannon, riding on your beautiful mare. Rhiannon, riding with me everywhere. I feel the power of your passion in my sexuality. Your small white doves surround me, bringing your love to me. Blessed be, so much love.
We thank you, Goddess. for all these beautiful gifts that we have received here today. We thank you for the pathway we have wandered and you've shown us from Shirnagig to Rhiannon. We thank you for all the gifts of the lover that we will carry with us. Thank you, great goddess, and we thank you, Lady of Avalon, who is with us in all our ceremonies, wherever we meet you, and when we go out in the land and we see the flowers of this season, we know that you are there with us, great goddess. Thank you for this opportunity that we can meet and share the joy of your love, also here where we are, all around the world. Thank you, Goddess. Come with us, be with us. Thank you, all goddesses of the Wheel of Britannia, all you facets of the divine jewel into our hearts. Blessed be.
Blessed be. Beltane blessings to everyone. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, Mom.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for coming.
Beltane blessings.
Ah, beautiful.
Beltane blessings.
Bye-bye.
Beltane blessings. Beltane blessings.
Blessings. Bye.
Beltane blessings. Hello, Lisa. Hello, everyone.
Beijinhos.